actually are going to use when we're finding the area of a trapezoid is area equals base 1 plus base 2, or you could call it A plus B. It's just going to be, your top combined with your bottom parallel line. And then we're going to divide them by 2. So if we add them together and divide by 2, we actually end up getting an average of the two of those. So then you're simply going to multiply it times your height, just like you would if you were solving for a triangle. So we're going to be using this formula in order to do our first example. So the first thing I actually want to do is go ahead and copy down that formula so that we can use it and start to plug our numbers in. Okay, so the area equals base 1 plus base 2, all divided by 2, and then times the height. So let's go ahead and look for our first base. So we've got our two parallel lines at the top and the bottom. And it doesn't matter which order you put these in, but one of our bases is 33 millimeters, and then another base is 24 millimeters. So I'm going to go ahead and sub those in for base 1 and base 2. And now I want to take a look at my height. So here is my perpendicular altitude. So 12 millimeters is the measure of our height. So now we just need to begin simplifying this expression. So on top up here, I've got 33 plus 24, 57. So this one is actually equal to 57. And then 57 divided by 2 is a funky number. It's going to be, 26.5. So now the last step, now that I've simplified all of this, wow, don't know what I did just there, but good thing I got it fixed. So this is all simplified, but we do still need to multiply by 12. So I need to bust out my calculator, and I get that 26.5 times 12 is 318. And now I need to look at my units, which was in millimeters, and because we're doing area, it's squared, so square millimeters. The last problem is actually going to be your problem to do on your own. And I found a little bit of history. If you want to research it more, you can. But this question has to do with the Erie Canal, which is actually a true story. It's not made up or anything. The Erie Canal was completed in 1825, and it spans 363 miles. It was actually an engineering marvel of its time, and actually still today it's a pretty big deal when you think about what it did. The thing that I would like you to do with this problem, though, I've pulled up this graphic. This is the original size of the Erie Canal, and when you do a cross section, it actually ends up forming a trapezoid, a long skinny trapezoid, but a trapezoid nonetheless. So the measurements that I see that I want you to use are going to be that the trapezoid has a base on the bottom of 26 feet. And then as it got closer to the surface up here, they actually have this measurement down below where that measurement is 40 feet. So the top is actually 40. And then the part that's really hard for you to see probably is this depth, which is a depth of 4 feet. So let me sketch that out. So here is my little sketch, which is not very good, but my sketch of the trapezoid figure. And you can see that it has a base of 26 and another base of 40 and a height of 4. So I would like for you to find the area of the trapezoidal cross section of the Erie Canal. And then as a challenge, if you would like to attempt it, I would like to see if you could find maybe the volume of the Erie Canal, knowing that the total length of the Erie Canal is in fact 363 miles. So when you're finished, bring your work up to Mrs. Painter and I will check it so that you can move on.